Things just went down in New York City after secret tunnels were discovered under the synagogue.
The police say they dug a secret tunnel into the sanctuary of the Chabad Lubavitch headquarters in Brooklyn.
The men described by police as extremist students are accused of digging the tunnel so that they would be able to have access to the sanctuary after hours. And when a cement truck was brought in to fill that tunnel, the men stood in the tunnel, refusing to leave.
The group of men have been arrested. The synagogue is closed now pending investigation.
Bothers everyone, this whole community. There's not a single person that doesn't bother him right now that it's closed.
Some reports said that the secret passage led to a space under the women's bath used for rituals. Other reports claim that the tunnel was built during lockdown, while others claim that the tunnel was part of an illegal expansion attempt. None of these claims have been confirmed yet. The leadership condemned their action.
Synagogue leaders described the group as extremist students seeking unauthorized access to the building by breaking walls.
But what do you think about these secret tunnels, and what were they used for?
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through on this, man, because this was very spooky. We talk about spooky. This was nasty because the brawl was one thing. There was a major brawl that happened in the synagogue. It was a major brawl that went on. It was on some ECW, it was ECW status, right? And because we're not castigating a group of people, we're talking about this brawl in this synagogue. Now this action right here, this story right here, should dead that whole anti-Semitic talk. There's nothing at all talking about this. Is nothing about being anti-Semitic when you're talking about tunnels inside of synagogue, like illegally built inside, like dug inside of synagogues after there was a major brawl inside the synagogue. There's nothing anti-Semitic about that. We're speaking on what's going on. So I just want to make that clear for anybody else that want to talk about it. Anybody else that sees what's going on, you can talk about this. It's not illegal. This is the news. What they were doing was illegal. You get what I'm saying? Because the brawl is one thing. I'll get to the brawl and something else. I want to talk about these tunnels because all last year, you know what I'm saying? Not just last year, but even the year before that and everything like that. But last year it was extra heavy where I'm seeing these stories about missing children. And you see the story, right? It says 20 kids disappeared from New York State around the holidays. That's just a week ago they reported this. They reported this, and then we find out about some tunnels in the synagogue in Brooklyn. And then Brooklyn bringing in tons of migrants at the same time. Like, yo, there's some weird freakiness going on. Some real freaky shit going on right now. You get what I'm saying? So this tunnel right here, you say connected. They said connected 4 buildings. Now, like being from Co-op City, right? You know how they when you go to the basement. I know it's like this in a whole bunch of other buildings. I'm just talking about where I'm like what I know. And you go to the basement. It's you go to the basement. It connects building A, building B, and building C all through the basement. So that basically is a tunnel. You know what I'm saying? That basically is a tunnel, because trust me, you can't get left down there. You can't get lost down there. You can't not make it upstairs there. So the thing about that is, that I know about that is the developer, like the architect of that idea of connecting buildings through tunnels like that, was a Jew. I forgot the name, but I know he was Jewish, because I remember, because and of course in school in New York City they made it a point to talk about him. And that was the only time they brought up where I was from. You know what I'm saying? So I know that this digging the tunnels does seem to be a thing of the Jewish community. So that right there, you can check one box. The tunnels is a thing of the Jewish community. And then also, if you look at the reporting of the story, like they were reporting this man Chipper. They talk about this story, they be all chipper with it. Oh man, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, these some extremist students that wanted access to the synagogue after hours. They're that filled up with the love. They wanna study after hours. So they dug a tunnel. This is what they're really telling us. Now this is a severe cover-up. They're trying to tell some extreme students dug a tunnel so that they can come study and give praise or whatever, you know what I'm saying, after the synagogue is closed. So they dig a tunnel. Now, that's the story on, the mainstream news. So if that's the story on the mainstream news, they're trying to cover some shit up. And I'm like, yo, these 20 kids that they said just disappeared around from New York State around the holidays, and then you discover some tunnels in the synagogue. You know what I'm saying? We could put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? Put two and two together, and missing kids in a tunnel. I'm gonna have to look this up a little more. We gotta investigate. We gotta flip through the pages on this one. You get what I'm saying? There's all the because from what I read, right, when they were kidnapping these children and taking them places and dropping them off, they dropped them off in places that have tunnels. You know what I'm saying? That's just from what I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? So don't come at me. I'm just saying. And with this whole Israel and Palestine shit going on, also in Brooklyn there are heavy protests going on. For on behalf of Palestine. So at the same time, heavy protests going on behalf of Palestine, they find some tunnels inside of a synagogue in the Hasidic Jewish community where 20 kids in New York State have gone missing in the past week. And this is just some real freakiness. We put all this together, dog. We got Olivia Benson. We need her on the scene for real in this one, because it's just too many conveniences and too many things that are looping together. Too many dots. You know what I'm saying? And some of them connect. And we need somebody to really break it down for us. There's somebody got an answer for this. You're not going to get away telling me some extreme students just dug a hole because they wanna look through the they wanna study Hasidic Judaism. You know what I'm saying? After hours. Nah, dog. You gotta come through with something real. So this story right here is very freaky, very nasty. There's something going on. You know what I'm saying? Trafficking children is a possibility. Now, with the Israel-Palestine shit going on, there's a whole bunch of speaking up. But Michael Rappaport said that black people, we are ashamed. We should be ashamed of ourselves because we're not speaking up on behalf of Jewish people because they're going through stuff over there and everything like that. Well, you need to, Mr. Rappaport, Mr. Rosenberg, y'all need to speak up on behalf of this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You need to speak up on behalf of this because it's looking like some child sex trafficking. I'm sorry. That's where my mind went. So convince me that I'm wrong. You get what I'm saying? Tell me I'm wrong. And that's just where my mind went. That's where my mind think. So I'm gonna go and get out of here on this one. I'm gonna be back when we do some more research. Do some more research on this filthiness. And I'm gonna come back through, man. I'm out.